Hey peeps, welcome to another video. Today it's something a little bit different and quite short, and for those of you who know how I like to waffle will be surprised. So I'm going to be announcing the spring summer KB pattern swap. Ta-da! If you haven't heard of this before, basically you send in your details to me, you send in your name, your address, your email, and you also send me a rough description of the kind of style that you have, the kind of things that you like to sew, the kind of things that you would maybe like to sew but you haven't tried yet because they scare you slightly, and that sort of thing. So I will then pair you guys up, and then the idea is that you swap patterns, and what you want to do is stalk your partner, have a look at their Instagram, have a look at what they've said about themselves in the email that they've sent in, the types of things that they like to sew, the kind of things that you think would suit them, and you want to send them a pattern that they might not necessarily have thought about but you think would look awesome on them. So there are a few rules, and the first one is that you must at least have an Instagram page, and that is because the person that you're going to be swapping with will need to have a look-see at the type of things that you have been sewing and making, and it also means that you get to show off the lovely goodies that you receive. The next rule is that you can't spend more than £20 on the bundle. Now I'm saying this because we had a few people who went a little bit nuts at Christmas when they took part in the Christmas one and went above the spending limit, and there were a few people who had to pay custom fees when they received their parcels because the value was over £20. Now I believe the actual value of parcels that you can receive is something like £18.30 or something really random like that. So when you're posting your parcels, you need to make sure that they are marked as a gift, and you need to make sure that they are marked as under £20 value. And the final rule is that if you put your name into the hat, you have got to be willing to send your parcel anywhere in the world. And I appreciate that postage is very expensive, and it is very expensive to lots of different places. Ask me how I know. But yes, one of the things that I love about this swap is that I got the lovely Karen at Christmas. That meant that I got to send her some indie patterns, which is something that she didn't necessarily have readily available, although the pattern company that I ended up sending her was an American one. But she sent me the most amazing selection of Big 4 patterns that she picked up in the Joanne sales when they were on really cheap. So I had an amazing bundle of patterns, and then I sent Karen the Closet Case Patterns Ginger Jeans pattern and the Make Your Own Jeans ebook, which I printed off, laminated a cover for it, bound, and sent that to her, as well as the hardware kit for making her first pair of jeans. So that's the kind of thing that you want to do. If you go for a PDF pattern, like I did, you can have it printed out for them by net printers if you're in the UK, or your local equivalent if you're not in the UK. I know there's Dotty printers, and there's a couple of other ones in the UK as well that do printing, so it doesn't have to be net printers, but yes, you can get it printed out by a print company. You can package it up really nicely and send that off to them. And with the indie ones, I found that you end up with sort of around about sort of £4 to £5 left over out of your £20 budget, and that's where you can go a little bit crazy. So we sent drinks coasters with ours. You could do local sweets or treats. There was some bias binding going around, there were buttons, all sorts of different things. The sky's the limit. There are some really cute pins going around. So yes, you want to kind of try and theme your parcel for the person that you're swapping with, and that's why they need to at least have an Instagram so that you can stalk them and get an idea of their style. That's the 3 rules. So all you need to do to take part is send me an email with all of the info that I asked for to this email address, and you need to send that to me before the 5th of May. Now the reveal date for the parcel, there is no deadline for making the pattern. The deadline is for revealing your swap that you got with your partner, and we're going to be doing that on the 30th of June. So that hopefully should give everyone lots of time to stalk their partner, pick out their patterns, send them off, receive theirs, because there were some people it took 4 months for their patterns to arrive last time round, which was insane. Obviously if you do decide to make the pattern up, you can use the KB pattern swap hashtag on Instagram to tag your makes in, because everybody would love to see what you've made with these awesome parcels. I made mine last month, and it was the Where's Waldo's bodysuit and the wide leg trousers. My wearable muslins didn't come out perfectly, but I love both of the patterns, so I will be using them again. And as I said, Karen spoiled me and sent me so many, so I've got loads of stuff to make. So yes, that is the KB Pattern Swap Spring Summer Edition. It's a lot of fun, and it's so nice receiving a sewing parcel that is a surprise from somebody that is interested in the same thing that you are. The other thing that's lovely is getting to know everybody in the community. I follow so many new people on Instagram now, and yes, I stalk all of you. But yeah, it's so much fun to get to know different people in the community, and I really like this way of doing it. So that's the KB Pattern Swap Spring Summer Edition. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!